Blessed love, this is Jah Lion King, you know. Praise God by the order of Melchizedek. Yeah, man. Praise Jah Lion King by the order of Melchizedek. Give thanks to life, give thanks to health and strength, you know. Give thanks to positiveness, give thanks to consciousness, give thanks to righteousness, give thanks to love. Give thanks to Irish Flier, Jah, universal love, you know, one and all, you know. Give thanks to all good things and all abundance and all blessing. And then I approach in a new year, you know. Praying for everyone to be more conscious, more righteous, more loving, caring, more sympathetic, loving each other, you know, and care for each other, you know, because God is love and love is God, you know, so let us all love, you know. And remember, love is the key that opens all doors, no matter what race or nation. Love is the key that opens the door for only Mount Sinai. And whosoever enter in, ever live in life shall have, you know. So love is the key, you know. So peace and love to the world, you know, and blessing and prosperity and joy and happiness and goodness for the 2024. Coming from Andrew Priest, Jah Lion King. And if you want to contact I, 347-444-4460. Give thanks to life. Jah Rastafari, Holy Emmanuel I Selassie. Jah Rastafari, Holy King Emmanuel the Scepter. Jah Rastafari, heal the mighty, heal the strong, the might, I am the I am. Holy John Marcus Messiah Gavi I Selassie. Jah Rastafari, live it, but faithfully my my Lord, we know people are Selassie. Jah, give thanks and praise the Lion, my Lord, first.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanirrahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim. Ghayr maghdubi alayhim. Wala dwalin. Alhamdulillah. Dr. Sanada Kamara, co-founder of Temple Mother Earth, sending love, peace, and abundance prayer to everyone around the world.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Sheikh Sufi Ba, SheikhSufi@gmail.com, CHEIKHSUFI@gmail.com. Opening prayer for the greatest shaman that I know in the West, Brother Ankh, Rising Sun. A'udhu billahi bismillahi inna waliyullahu. A'udhu billahi bismillahi inna waliyullahu. A'udhu billahi bismillahi inna waliyullahu. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin al-Fatihi lima ulika wal-Khatimi lima sabaka Nasirul Haqi bil-Haqi wal-Hadi ila siratika mustaqim wa ala alihi haqqa qadrihi wa miqdarihi al-azim.
Greetings, loved ones. My prayer for you for 2024 is to be in a vibrational receiving match. A vibrational receiving match for happiness, for giving, for gratitude, for wisdom, for discernment, with abundance of blessings, for your soul tribe, for your soulmate, for your open-mindedness, for your spiritual growth, for divine love, and for a healthy, emotional, physical, spiritual body. I wish you all these things and pray that you receive all these things in the year 2024. Let's see what all languages. Ashe, Amin, and Namaste. You can reach me at Instagram, Sequoia_spirit, that is SEQUOIA. Again, I wish you all these blessings and so much more in the year of 2024. Thank you.
Beloved mighty and present, great hosts of sitting ascended masters, great angelic hosts, great cosmic beings who govern the system of worlds and the seven mighty kingdoms. Lord, we call upon your grace to heal the earth of the actions of the sinister forces. Their plan is to eliminate the population in the most horrible and murderous ways. They have already poisoned our food with things we can't even pronounce. They poison the water with fluoride. They poison the air with chemtrails. They have poisoned the medicine with side effects that will kill you if you take it. And they have poisoned the technology against mankind. They have weaponized all these things against mankind. We call upon your grace to free us from the sinister forces whose diabolical plan is to make this world the most hellish place. America, which was the light of the world, that was brought to the world, established in this world, to make every human being here ascendant, and then to have that spread throughout the world. Lord, we ask you to incarnate in this very planet. Incarnate in mass, incarnate with sitters and ascended masters, with divine beings of every type, to bring in revolutions of meditation, revolution of mantra repetition, revolution of chanting, revolution of spreading love and light, revolutions of knowledge. Lord, we call upon you to empower us with our divine selves, so that we can rid the world of these very sinister forces whose aim is to do nothing but create this place to be a Sodom and Gomorrah. We already know that Earth is the most wicked planet in the universe. Let us turn it to be the light of the world, so that it is the greatest planet in the universe, so that we excel even what is happening in the great central sun. As a matter of fact, Lord, we ask all the beings from the great central sun to incarnate on the earth, to incarnate on the earth, to incarnate on the earth within us, so that we could do the work that I'm begging for now. Oh Lord, I ask this in the name of Swami Muktananda Paramahansa, Bhagavan Nityananda, Guru Mahachivilasananda, beloved Saint Germain, Lord Jesus the Christ, Lord Buddha, Allah, and the great Sunnah Kumar. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am.
Aboru aboye aboshishe alafia ubuntu assalamu alaikum assalamu alaikum sanda om namah shivaya. I give you praise in the main shalom, whatever your wonderful beliefs and your system of beliefs is, we give praise. But we give praise to the Olodumare, the Olorum, the Somole, the Agbamole, Efunfuni, Legi, Kuku, Tekunani, Samuju, what their room, Mojuba, Mudemo, Male, Mapong, Matibo, Joe. We give praise to the God who is the owner of today, the owner of yesterday, and the owner of all days to come. He to whom the Rumole and Agbamole exist to know his laws and command, originating creator, all things discovered and yet to be discovered. We give praise to our grand, powerful ancestors, those wise ones who come, give us directions, light, love, and help us to be able to receive the benefit in our life. We ask that you be able to embrace the great divinity of Rumila, the one who is witness creation, second only to all of the Mari, the owner of medicine, more powerful than medicine, the immense orbit that fought the day of death. He too who is the perfect in the house of wisdom. He is able to heal and to regenerate you creatures of ill luck and bring them perfectly back into homeostasis, understanding, light, and love, and helping you to embrace the love of the universe as we give praise to all the creatures of the universe, everything that moves and reverberates, and the vibration that moves in your life. Allow you to find goodness, allow you to find health and vitality, strength to move forward for the accomplishment of all the goals that you have set for you and your family. My name is Babalao Oluwole Abiyomi Fakunle Adetuti Ronkolo de Manyansa. My nickname is Babalao of Harlem. We send greetings to you today. As you at www.ifakunle.com, you can reach me and we will talk. Peace.
O great spirit, great mystery, sending a prayer of peace to this world, to all the humans, a prayer of peace to all of us. May we remember how to be good relations. May we remember how to be good brothers and sisters. Sending a prayer of love to the heart of the earth. Thank you, Mother, for loving us so much. Thank you for being so forgiving with us. Thank you for being so patient with us. May your light reach all the beings that are suffering right now. May your light, may your love reach their lives. May your light guide them in the right direction. May your love give them strength for them to keep walking, living. Sending prayers to all of you, my family. May we always remember to be together, that we are all one big family, that all of us belong to this earth. Thank you, Mother. Hi, familia. My name is Osvaldo Pomaquiza. I come from Ecuador, and I want to invite you to sit with me. I serve a Grandfather Wachuma. My phone number is 201-981-4545. Feel free to text me, call me, and also give me thanks for this space. Thank you so much. I love you.
Call to the warrior in you, to the healer in you, the king, the queen, the magician, the lover in you. Every single day, we are called to walk in our purpose. Answer the call. Lay down your burden and anything that holds you back and take your rightful place. The battle is everywhere. It's right in your face. Let's go.
Crystals and pyramids. Success is your destiny. Yes. yourself. Yes, I am protected. Yes, I am. I am. Yes.
Test 1, 2, 3. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. How's it sound? Could y'all, somebody in the comments section, please let me know if the sound is good. 'Cause I don't want to be speaking to myself. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. First and foremost, I want to acknowledge you, the listening audience. Let us know what part of the world you are listening from. As we're waiting on Baba Phil. He's been a busy brother, as you well know. But I'm going to go ahead and post and acknowledge the various Jedis from all over the world. Let us know where you're listening from so we have a global overview of light-holding Jedi. All right, and here we are. Another thing I want to share with you, we have a new group, WhatsApp group, that you can tap into called I Am Magic 2024. This is so that we can network and assist each other in meditations, invocations, chants, recipes, and business networking throughout the world. So that was Baba Phil. So we're going to make sure that he gets the correct connection. He said he's in the room, but let me make sure. I'm going to send him the connection again while we, let's see. Let me just check on this here. I'm going to send him the link again. Invite guest, copy. And okay, so while we're waiting, again, acknowledging various salutations and greetings. I want to thank you for being born. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for surviving the airport adolescence of our youth. I am in me, I am in you, the listening audience. We individually and collectively call on our ascended master ancestors to assist us in getting off a squirrel cage of reincarnation, amnesia, being recycled with our memories being washed clean. So we say together, individually and collectively, Ashe to the latest ascended masters, Sheikh Amadou Bamba, Sheikh Ibrahim, Simeon Toko, Melchizedek, Enoch the Ethiopian. We ask all of them to be with us on this platform tonight. Be with our brother Baba Phil Valentine. We got Sierra Leone in the house, y'all. All the different states. So we say together, Ashe, Mahalo, Donada, Wado, Amen, Amen. All right. Without further ado, here's Baba Phil. And let me turn off the music for you, brother. I'm over here jamming in the background.
I like it. Sounds great.
Yeah, you know, we had to put a little melanin funk into the beginning of the intro. Man, I like that look, bro. Shoot.
Which one?
When I grow up, I'm gonna be like you, making me want to stick my hair out. I got a ponytail. I might take that out. Shoot, let it be free.
I cut it because
I put together a nice fly for you. Go ahead and greet. You got a full packed house. You got a bunch of nieces and nephews and grandsons and granddaughters that be listening to you, Baba Phil. Talk to us tonight. What's cooking?
Well, first of all, I cut my hair because my lady had lost her hair in the work that she had to go through to do her healing. So that was one thing. And I'm preparing for Sunday, actually. I've been fasting, so I'm a little bit kind of down. I'm going to sleep all day Saturday, finish up by Friday, because I've been working really hard at doing the webinar. So it's going to be at least 8 hours or more. All the information I had to get together, because it's actually, giving us the history of what's really going on in the world today, and what's happening in the East and in Africa and all these places, and the changing of the guard, so to speak, when it comes to the end of a particular paradigm or era of control, and a new enlightenment. But with that new enlightenment comes a greater form of repression, because those who have been keeping us hoodwinked don't like the fact that the young people are waking up. So what's happening now, you're going to see a lot more cracking down, and a lot more people coming under attack, which is why I say to my brothers and sisters that, every time, brothers like yourselves and myself do a program, it's very necessary that you attend, because we may not have this platform for long. The way things are going and the way things have to change is that the information that you are providing, spiritual as well as political, economic, all of that has to shut down from people who do not agree with the narrative that the parasitic elite are going to be putting out about. So it's necessary, very necessary, that people understand that these platforms and the different programs that are going on that are around you, don't take advantage of them. I mean, take advantage of them. Don't, how do I say it? Don't ignore them.
Yeah, don't be, because sometimes our folks, man, be sleeping on cutting edge info, brother.
Yeah,
you well know.
Yeah, and it's difficult right now because of the way the society is going and what they are demanding of us at this time, and what they're going to be taking away from us at this time. So we gotta have to be very careful about how it is we put together not only information, but the plans that we're going to have for the future. And what I'm going to be doing during that lecture is letting you know all the obstacles, the people who are going to be behind the contradictions that you're going to be seeing, the ways that they're going to be shutting down your ability to be free, the way they're going to take away certain things that you take for granted at this time, and to be prepared for that.
Damn, man. We definitely got to chant hard coming into 2024. What does it look like? I mean, they don't have anything better to do, Baba Phil, other than to try and make folks miserable. I mean, what are they so afraid of?
Well, they believe your hell is their heaven.
Ooh.
Yeah. And that's part of what we're going to be breaking down, how these people do not believe that there is some sort of reward on the other side, that that your heaven is here on earth, and that they're going to make it best for themselves, which is why artificial intelligence is being, I guess, perfected at this time, because that is their form of spirituality. It's a pseudo spiritualism, that they're dealing with. They call it transhumanism. I call it pseudo-spiritualism.
Mm. Damn. I'm getting ready to put your banner up as a Sanu 777. And I don't think I got the Sanu 777, right?
Yeah, Gmail. That's Sanu777 at Gmail is my private email. But, I mean, if you have the flyer and the link for the people to be able to register.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that yet. So if you want.
I'll send it to you.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, I could, if you want me to resend it.
Okay, send it again, because I'm still
all right, I'm gonna go off for a minute and go into my email.
Yeah. Okay. And then we'll hold space for you.
Can you see my email?
Hold on, I'm gonna check right now.
No, can you see me right now?
Yeah, I can see you right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want you to see my desktop. That's the main thing. I just wanted to
just see it's flat. That's all I saw.
Okay, do you see me there on the other side there with Verdine White from Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Yeah, we can see that.
All right.
That's cool.
Okay, hold on. Let me get back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm waiting because I'm going to post that. Family, hold on. Again, let us know what part of the world you're listening from. Yes, and thank you, Papa Gun. Tap that like button. And also the group chat. We're going to have to do a reading and a screening to let you in the WhatsApp chat because we had some parasitic Africans compromise our last group, but we're going to chant our way in the spirit of Ubuntu going into 2024.
Yes.
And here it is. So, thank you. Vegas is in the house. California. Oh, I didn't know you get around so much, Baba Phil. You got folks almost in every state, country, man.
Oh yeah,
you get around, brother. Let them know how. Let them know, family. Let them know how he gets around. Let them know. Say, yeah, we hear that. We know you over here too.
Yep. Yeah. You should see from Africa. I have students there in Australia.
Yeah, man. You got them. North Kakalaki. Memphis, Tennessee, Texas. Oh shoot.
Yeah. Okay.
Australia's in the house.
Yep. That's I have many students from Australia and even Japan.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, hang on a second. I almost had it.
Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah.
Texas. Yeah, Florida.
Oh yeah.
I wish I could.
Hometown.
Yeah, South Kakalaki, North Kakalaki, South Kakalaki, England. Oh, I almost missed it.
Oh yeah, been there a couple of times.
You got folks listening from India. I mean, I don't know, maybe India too.
Yeah, I've had a couple of students from India.
Yeah, global. Think global. Whatever the shape is. Papa Phil say it's flat, so be it. I like riding my bike on a flat surface. I ain't gonna make no fuss because I can't see but so far. That's why I got glasses. California, West Cali, Killeen, Texas. Somebody took your metaphysical classes 1 and 2 in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Looking good, family. Yeah, keep it pumping. What part of the universe you're listening from? I'm waiting on the.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the flyer. I'm just looking for the flyer to send to you as well.
Okay, no worries. We're holding space. I made a nice flyer, speaking of which. Oh, Memphis, Tennessee, Detroit, Michigan, Oakland, California. And I hope all of y'all wearing your crystals because, Sitaloka, I don't know where that's at. Where's Sitaloka, Baba Phil?
I think it's Mexico, isn't it?
Oh, wow. Okay. Savannah. Yeah, man. You got folks everywhere. Like Robin Harris said, we don't die, we multiply. Baby kids. Baba Phil's baby kids are live tonight. Making their comments. We appreciate y'all. Just want to let you know. Okay. Baba Phil's baby kids.
Baby's kids.
Question everything. Detroit. Appreciate y'all.
Oh, I'm going to also send Mama Nalani's book cover, my wife's book cover.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Ola from the land of Mexico. All right. Somebody got their lekli beads. Congratulations. Remember, you got to add honey to the lekli beads on the full moon because those are alive. Somebody was telling me they were going to. Who was telling me? Somebody was telling me they're getting ready to go to. Was it Cambodia or Thailand? Oh, a brother earlier today, saying that he's going to Thailand. I had a good conversation with.
Okay, I sent it to you. You have it. It's
Okay,
in
let me look at it now.
yeah.
All right. Renewing. Yeah, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. Cancel. All right, so go ahead and do your thing, brother, while I pull up the email. I'll promote everything.
Okay, well, this particular program is going to be dedicated to young people who have been calling to me over the past year to do something about what's actually getting ready to happen around the world. And now that everything is ramping up towards World War III, what is it that, who's behind it? What are we to expect? How are we to, manage it, what to do, how to prepare for the future, and what we have to do with the future? I mean, in pretty much all of what I've been doing, if everybody's been keeping a pace, they've seen me, address these issues for the last 20 years. It's just that if I don't stay current and remind people about all of what it is that I've spoken about before, those who forgot or are new to it have to keep refamiliarizing themselves with it. And every now and then, these things that I've said need to be qualified because the parasite has a way of changing its nature and changing its tactics so that the particular plan and trajectory of their tactics change or are modified, but the end result and the end goal is the same. And that's world domination, uh, population reduction, more enslavement of a whole new way of enslavement, cyber enslavement. And a lot of what we're going to be speaking about is how the human brain is being attacked and how they've made sophisticated weaponry, tactical weaponry right now that goes right into the consciousness of the human being because we're all electrical beings. We're electromagnetic entities, and they have studied the electromagnetic spectrum and they've studied other spectrums, especially the one that thought uses to convey, consciousness into in the avatar. So here we are. We don't know that we are under attack. There's a bombardment happening right now, and we are essentially targets. And the reason why we're targets is because we have allowed ourselves to be open. We're not prepared. We think that just having information is enough. Like listening to me right now, you're gathering information, but information without implementation doesn't become knowledge. And knowledge without the movement of knowledge or the application of knowledge doesn't become wisdom. So these components is what we teach at our university. We speak about the progression of information. It doesn't mean anything if you're just sitting and gathering information and being, fascinated by the information you're getting from teachers and so forth. If you're not implementing on the information, then it doesn't mean anything. It's just entertainment, not entertainment.
That's almost poetry, man. You gotta be careful. These young folks will take that as a bar, man, and add it to
Go
their
ahead.
rap music.
As long as they're using it positively, I don't mind. I got, Most Def and Jay Electronica have used my music. So
Okay, now we're going to see how this scrolls across, and if I did anything incorrect, let me know. Got
Okay.
your sanu777 at gmail.com.
Mhm.
I'm also going to family. I will add the links. I can only add it after the show has closed, and these are the flyers that Phil puts together some intense Flyers. Look at this. Aristocracy of evil, the Redux. Constructs of the new old order. Origins of the deep state. Who? The bloodline of Esau. Who's the bloodline of Esau? Phil?
Wait till you
Wait,
find out.
you messing with my head now. I
They're the
don't hear
ones.
that much.
They're the ones ruling right now.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a beautiful flyer of your queen.
Mm-hmm.
New life
That's her
from
new-
near death.
Yep, she came back from the dead. Most people don't know that she passed for at least 10 to 20 seconds. She stopped breathing. I had to revive her.
Wow.
Yeah, and her book right now is a book of how because she's more fastidious with her health, she was more fastidious with her health than I was ever. She is into everything, Vikram yoga. She had her own yoga. She taught yoga, did everything. I mean, she ate better than me. And what happened was I found out that her mother and her brother passed from cancer. And what happened was they found out that she had a rare form that kicked in when we got into our 70s. Boom, it came right in. And she began to get weaker and weaker and weaker. And she didn't know why she was getting weaker. She was doing all the right things. And then all of a sudden, boom, she collapsed. And I had to revive her and dial 911 and the whole 9 yards. So she went through the most radical form of healing. And, you remember her, she had hair all the way down to her backside in locks. And so when she cut her hair, or when her hair left, I cut my hair. That's why you see me with my short hair at this time. So she and I are growing back our hair. But you can actually pre-order the book by going to newlifeneardeath.com.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna add that to the banner.
Yeah,
Let me edit it.
Yeah, just newlifeneardeath.com. And you can pre-order the book. It should be out by spring.
New life
near death.com. Right.
So that we had www in front of it, huh?
Indeed.
Okay. And then I'll just make some spaces. Wow, that's intense. New life near death. Yeah, my brother Lenny, God bless him, he died twice, Baba Phil.
Wow.
And he was mad that he had to come back. He said he tried to bum rush the Guardians and they threw him back in his body. He was pissed off.
Well, I came back the same way after drowning. Wow. I was pulled back because I found myself hanging over the boat when they were trying to revive me. And I came back in, the body was like horrible. I felt so free. And I remember the feeling of freedom. And then when you come back in after you've got salt water in your lungs, it's like, what? Oh, it was horrible.
Wow. What was you doing? Surfing or something?
No. I was a boy in Trinidad. I got caught in the riptide when I was 7 years of age. That's why the elder women from the Obia, they buried me overnight. I was buried. You know that thing that they did with the Black Panther? Yeah, they had me the same thing.
Damn.
Yeah.
We got stories, man.
It's big time. You have no idea. Most people don't have no idea what.
That's some stories. Okay, here we go. I got it updated.
Mm-hmm.
And all the information will be, family. The connecting links will be on the show description after we complete. Because I just tried to add it on Streamlabs, and they said because you're live right now, we can't add it. But after the show, I will copy paste into the show description, and you can press the link to register. And this is happening what date?
The 14th, which is this Sunday coming.
Whoa, yeah, that's around the corner.
Yep, this Sunday at 2 p.m.
So you're going to be talking from 2 to 11 p.m.?
Somewhere around there, yeah. It depends, whatever time it takes. If y'all can hang with me, that's why you have to get a good night's sleep. Don't eat too heavily. And that's why I've been fasting. I've been feeling a little weak every now and then. But if I don't purify, I won't be able to, hang in there for 11 hours.
11 hours?
Yeah, well, in between, there's
breaks.
You
run track when you was a kid or something, man? What you running on, brother?
There'll be some breaks in
between. I don't want to do nothing for 11 hours except sleep.
Well, there's some musical breaks in between. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So we can get water in our tea.
Yeah, you can go ahead, go to the bathroom, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, okay. Family, and we're not going to do a long show tonight, Phil. You know, we want you to have your rest and
So,
show again. Okay, now bloodline of Esau. What genocide, ethnic cleansing?
mm-hmm,
They've been doing that forever, man.
mm-hmm.
When, as we speak, 2030
Through 2030, yes.
through 2030.
Yeah.
Damn. Planet Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Why power world domination? Get a life. All right. How silent weapons for quiet wars. Well, we see the cell phone towers are all over the place. Weaponization of perception. Man, that sounds like social media.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cat Williams went off, man. He was pulling down the revealing all kind of stuff about the comedians stealing each other's jokes and stuff.
Well, he's doing more than that. He was saying everything we were saying. And Bobby, myself, everybody, that was you, everybody. Cat just has more of a platform. He's
Yeah.
not saying anything that nobody from the conscious community was saying. That's why they hate him so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cat is super intelligent.
Man,
He's read more
brilliant.
books than I did.
And he's Haitian.
Yeah. And he read more books than I did. I read 2,500. He was reading since he was like 7. So was I. But I started my reading back when I was like 18, 19 and doing free speed reading until I was
I ain't trying to keep up with y'all. No, I ain't. No. I know when it's over my pay grade. Nano-genetic manipulation of the mind.
Mhm.
Man, war and economic destruction.
Yeah.
And look at that guy down there. You will own nothing and be happy. Yo,
Yeah.
you heard? I don't know if you heard about up the street, man. Up here on Kingston Eastern Parkway, they found an underground tunnel with
Oh.
bloody mattresses and strange sounds coming up through the vents.
Let
You
me
know,
tell you,
the cone heads. We're just gonna call them the cone heads.
man,
You know, up the street.
listen, on Kingston Avenue, we knew about the underground connections to the different stores down the block, all of the trafficking, the weapons they had, the explosives they had. People don't know that. And you know who told me? It was a guy who was a cop. A cop told me back when I was living on Carroll Street down the block from them. He said, you got to know that this tunnel's running all up and down underneath here.
Wow. Somebody said they got underground tunnels out here in Lancaster, California.
Oh, yeah. They've been, I don't know if you've seen that they've been blowing up a lot of the underground tunnels where they've been trafficking the children. That's why they closed down the White House. Because all under the White House, they had all kinds of tunnels with children. Matter of fact, they had to rescue children. Them buses you saw leaving the Capitol that time with the windows all blacked out, those were children that were underneath the White House.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
So, family, this is what's happening this Sunday, starting at 2 p.m. And you'll have your tea, your water, and is it going to be recorded? Phil, how are you going to do it? Well, if you're going to talk for 10 hours, how can they go? Will they be able to access this information in the near future?
Yeah, what my wife's sister is putting together a website for me called Webin Archive. So I'll have Webin Archive. All of my webinars will be on there, and it'll be streamed, so they can stream it. The webinars, from what they tell me, will be broken up into 2 or 3 hour intervals, so that people can get it at a nominal price each time. We're not going to make it, oppressive on what do you call it, so they can get access to the information. But we are going to get it. It's going to be recorded, and I don't know yet. I may do it depends on what I have to do, and it's exhausting to do this. I need 2 days to recoup after doing this.
I bet you do.
Yeah. So everybody's asking, will it be a rebroadcast? I'll have to decide that afterwards. If I do, it'd probably be sometime in February. I'm not sure.
When I was in the military, Baba Phil family, they would give us breaks on the hour because they said we would basically get cross-eyed and trans out after an hour.
Yeah.
And they would be like 50 minutes. They said we were good for 40, but they would take a break like 10 minutes to 1, 10 minutes to 2 to get up and move our blood and move our bodies.
Right.
Every time I hear that you're doing those marathons, I'll be thinking about, okay, when do I get a chance to get down and do some squats and push-ups?
Well, no, what it is um, first of all, what I eat, my diet, the whole 9 yards.
Mm,
It keeps me, the stuff that I drink and I take during the program and before the program, it
yeah.
gives me the stamina,
Wow.
to be able to do that. And I've before I now I'm in my 70s, I was very active. I was very athletic, and my lungs were always, clear and sound. And I've always, I used to be a singer, so you had to have your lungs getting,
Wow.
yeah.
You got some history, man.
I got a lot of history, but the main thing is that the materials that I take, especially the Juice Plus, that gives me the stamina because it makes my in the place where the vital force originates is what's being fed. I'm not getting stimulants because stimulants just take from you, whereas you put nutrition in, then the nutrition provides the foundational vital force for you to pull from those parts of your body. So if you're
Mm,
doing stimulation, there's a difference between stimulation and nutrition. And some people
mm,
think that when they eat certain foods that stimulate them, that they're getting nutrition because they get a rush. That's not what happens. When you're getting a food, any food that takes energy from you creates an addiction for it. So if you have a food that robs you of your vital force, it creates a deficit that creates an addiction. So if you have, say if you're taking drugs, it's the same thing. If you're taking crack or you're taking cocaine or heroin, that first cherry high is your body sacrificing cells to give you that feeling. So
wow.
now, after you come down, there's a deficit, and that deficit now is based upon what created the deficit, and then you crave that thing that created the deficit, and it gets worse and worse and worse.
Wow. So I got a question to ask you. I was looking at the flyer you created.
Yeah,
What's and I'm going to say it in a dummy fashion. Yo, Baba Phil, what's up with that upside down 5-pointed star that
yeah,
that guy in that white bed sheets peekabooing through?
and that's the goat. Um, they call us sheep, and sheep are usually in the valley. And if you look at goats, they're usually on mountains. So that the symbolism is them looking down on us.
Whoa.
And what you're looking at is the 5-pointed star pointed up is the star is the star of man. It's the symbol of man. The point that you see down is where the head should be, and the arms are outside with the legs. But if you reverse it, that's satanic.
Hmm.
So the satanic means that everything has to be and everything is based upon your physicality, the senses. So those who worship the senses and those who essentially uh, cause you to sign contracts based on the senses and what you can get physically and all of the notoriety that you see is happening, that you see a Cat Williams is actually outing everybody on, is what we've been talking about longest
Hmm.
period of time. These people are seriously coming at uh, at um, your your people, at your young people that you see out here. Have you noticed something? And this is for the younger generation, Gen Z, and everybody else. Have you noticed that your old time rappers from the '90s, the only thing they're in the barbershop talking about is war stories, not music? Because if you listen to our generation, the 60s, 70s, and 80s, we're talking music. We're talking, who's the best guitar player, the best,
Right.
yeah, and so forth. And, what about the rhythm and, all the showmanship and all that. If you listen to these people talking about it, the Crips versus the Bloods, and it's the gang this, and it's Suge Knight, and he came in with his gang, and who got shot, and they killed this, and all this Biggie, and there's beef here and there. All of that was put into the community to destroy us, but we've been lionized. We've been made to believe that that's the way you're supposed to be. We've even made the Crip Walk, which is supposed to be a challenging thing, where they challenge the next person in their culture to a fight. But I say to the same brothers and sisters who I've known Crips and I've known Bloods, I say, you're a gang and you're shooting and fighting one another. You're killing each other exactly what it is that they want. I saw this movie that my son turned me on to, Tales from the Hood.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, but this brother was put into a jail cell next to this this white supremacist, and I saw it. And the guy was talking the truth. The supremacist was saying, "You're doing our job for us. You're killing each other." And he was laughing at the dude because you just killed your brother. And so I'm saying, if
I remember that.
Yeah, and I'm saying, here we are now on a stage. Why would those who are the same, the same people, the same sons and daughters of Esau, why would they put you up on a Super Bowl stage to do what they call the Crip Walk? And then to lionize what essentially emerged from a gang mentality. It's because they want you to always believe that you need to be in that state of mind, which is destructive, and that they control how they want music to be told at this time. True music is the one that gives us the entire ensemble of the ways that these musicians and the music instruments from Africa and from early times used to deal with 360 degrees of our being, not just a downbeat and words. Because what you were dealing with in rap is war drums, which was supposed to be positive war drums when hip hop first came out. But then they said, well, we're building these new supermax prisons and we need people to be in these supermax prisons. The meeting happened out in California. And they said, well, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to change music up. And the ones who control music said, okay, well, let's start bringing in thuggery. Let's start bringing in gangland. It's like Al Capone did rap.
Yeah. I remember when that information came out.
How many people were dying? How many people were suffering? Our women went from Queens. Look at all the music we did back in the 70s and 80s, where we loved our women. All we did was sing and serenade them and tell them how we loved them.
Right.
Listen to the song lyrics from back then, but listen to the lyrics today. Listen to what it is that what's the name? Beyonce was singing about. Talking about, well, we're gonna get effed up in here tonight. What?
Yeah.
And everybody's dancing and having a good time, and they keep talking all this stuff, and they're filling our heads with this nonsense. And I'm, me being an old dude coming from old school, where I used to sing, the doo-wop and the singing love songs and stuff.
Yeah.
The crap. I'm saying, what have they done? What have they picked up on, and what have they made? Popular.
You know what, Baba Phil? I've been noticing there's a generation of young folks coming that like oldies.
Oh yeah.
And I was special acknowledgement to Naja. She gave me a lift. And this sister's only been in her skin suit for about 25 years. But she got this old spirit. If you look at her eyes, it look like she a granny back behind the window shades of her eyes. She look like a hey, Shunny, I'm back. She got that old look in her eyes, even though she got a young skin suit, and she's listening to the Motown sound, stylistics, Temptations. This is the music a lot of the young folks are listening to. What's up with that, Baba Phil? Is there a regeneration? Is there an old school coming back?
It's a cycle, and there's no new music coming out. And ever since 1995, every singer that came out sounded the same. Every woman that's it's like they had a template that got successful and they got stuck in it. That's why Prince went off grid, because he couldn't really perform. After Earth, Wind and Fire, after groups like War, after groups like the Ohio Players, and when the Jacksons were out at that time. What happened to that music? That was music when you had horns, guitar, violins, And each one of those instruments actually played on the heartstrings. It played on the liver strings. It played on the lung strings. It played on
Ooh.
different parts of our bodies that moved us. And then when somebody sang on top of that, "Ain't No Stopping Us Now," we couldn't help but move and feel good. So they had to get rid of that music. That music was making us positive. It was making us know that we were gods. When Earth, Wind,
Mm.
and Fire came out, those songs were about we being gods. So now
Yeah.
they had to tell us that we were thugs. They had to tell us that we were whores. They had to tell us that we were junkies and that the only thing that we wanted to do was to fight for territories in the
Mm.
music. That's ridiculous. It was all back to gangland. And what were we doing? We were taking on the names of old mafia people. Also Rockefeller, the same person that did all this enslaving of your communities. And then what's the other one? They were taking on just name some of the Italian mobsters that our young people were picking up their names for as musicians.
Wow.
It's insane what they did
Wow.
to our brain. And if you listen to all of the old heads sitting down talking about what was going on in music in their barbershop meetings, it ain't got nothing
Barbershop
to do with
meetings.
music.
Special acknowledgement to Duke Ra, barbershop. Yeah.
Yes,
Go
yes.
ahead.
It's ridiculous. And the only person that I saw that was actually trying to do something, but he went to Jesus, was DMX.
Wow.
DMX was trying to print some things down, and of course you had other brothers like Rakim, and these were hip hop, not rap. Hip hop. Hip hop was about joy. It was about having a good time. It was having, you wanted to party. They took away the musicianship. They took away the instruments from the schools. The kids no longer were able to play instruments in schools because they knew that musical instruments were called spirit catchers.
Mm.
So when you played the instrument would then tell you which spirit was actually over it. And the music that came out of it, you had to fight for that music, because when you're first learning an instrument, there's pain there. Your fingers get numb, your fingers get cut up, your hands get tired. You become a slave to the instrument. And then all of a sudden, with dedication, you find yourself free from the instrument, and now the music comes from it. As soon as you get freedom from your instrument, from the pain that the instrument caused you to able to conquer it, then the beautiful music comes from it.
Man, special acknowledgement to the Funk Masters.
Yeah.
James, I think his name was the bass player,
Jameson.
Jameson.
Yeah.
Man, he
Bass
wore
player.
away the wood family on the
Big
bass.
time. Yeah. And then Larry Graham came along and changed the whole dynamic with slap bass.
Wow.
We were the innovators of music, and they just shut down everything. We don't play music anymore. All we do is get a microphone, and then we got a beat back, and then everybody's shouting at everybody in the crowd and saying things that just completely undermine the spirit.
Wow.
They don't talk about any positive rap anymore. They're not allowing it. I know Brother Black Dot put out a beautiful thing with another brother. And where's that? Why is that not up on the top charts? When they start speaking about, positive, what you could do for yourself, and, how we can't be killing and coming together. And that's what Pac, if I believe is, Pac and Biggie were going to do. They were going to knit the East and the West together.
That's it makes me think of a very good friend of mine. She's a roller skater. Special acknowledgement to Chioma. But I believe they listen to old school music while they're roller skating.
That's the best kind of music to listen to.
Wow.
You got the groove.
Yeah.
It's a smooth, and when you're roller skating like this, you know what I'm saying? You kind of gliding along.
Yeah. And it's good for the cells.
Music is always good for the cells. You can either kill cells, or you can grow them, or enhance the growth of them. They put rap music next to a plant that started killing it. Then they put Mozart next to it, and it started. They were alive. They know what they're doing. The heartbeat,
Mm.
the heartbeat is 6/8, not 4/4. It's 6/8. What you do with 4/4 is to entrain the heart to change its rhythm so that you then begin to change the mind of the person whose heart is being changed. The rhythm of the heart is how you think. That's why the ancestors weighed the heart and not the brain.
I got to share something with you, Phil. When
Mhm.
we were doing ayahuasca, and we wanted to do an intermission so that everybody can go to the bathroom and drink some water, we would play soul music,
Yeah,
like Stylistics,
yeah.
Stairway to Heaven,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and the folks loved it. Could you imagine doing entheogens and playing
Oh, rap.
gangster
Yeah,
rap?
no,
The
no.
body would be like, turn that. They would have
Yeah.
trashed my place, man.
Well, you remember that? You remember they did that experiment. They started putting some of this gangland rap around a glass of water, and they dealt with
Oh,
the molecules inside, and then they put a Smokey Robinson love song, and the words began to make the what do you call it? So you
yeah,
saw the difference between what words would do and how it
yeah.
affects us. And we're what? We're 80% water.
That's right.
So you can imagine what it's doing to us,
Yeah.
you know?
I have to turn off watching YouTube while I'm taking a magnetic bath. I've been doing these magnetic baths, Baba Phil and family,
Mhm.
and I had to put on really like easy music because, what you just said, we water vessels.
Yeah,
We can't play.
yeah, yeah. You got to be very careful. Everything we're breathing is water. The
Yeah,
air is really water, a
yeah,
qualified form of water.
yeah. And I think there's certain music that vibrates. Like you have one of these tubs or the Eagle
It's
Core
new.
tubs.
Oh, I see what you did. NU. It's NEW.
Oh, wait. Did I do something wrong?
New life. You said new life. NU. It's
Oh, put it. Okay, hold on
NEW.
a second. Let me hide it.
I just
Uh,
caught that.
you just caught it when we was talking about water, man.
New life near death, not NU, but NEW.
New
Just a
life,
regular word. Yeah,
near death. Okay, got it.
yeah,
Save. All right, show. There it
yeah.
is.
That's
How's
it.
that look? That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. But like a bathtub is it's almost shaped like a speaker in the
Yeah,
center.
it's resonating. Yeah, it can resonate sound.
Yeah. And then having like a speaker or a sound near uh the tub, it would literally vibrate or amplify. I could feel the vibrations in the tub of water. I
Mhm.
think that could do a lot of healing for the body.
Well, look at whales. Whales communicate over miles in water. They
Mm,
have a specific type of resonant sound that they have, a decibel that they emit that can be picked up miles away underwater. So you
yeah,
can imagine that water is a medium for communication.
yeah,
So if you got kind of music that you're listening to, and the brain is fat and water mostly, so
yeah.
what you're doing to that brain when you're pumping that kind of nonsense into children's brain, especially young people. I heard my son sent me something where there's this 7-year-old or 6-year-old rapping, and the woman or the person, the parent is so proud of this one child speaking this kind of nasty, grimy, what do you call it? That this 7-year-old and got million views,
Wow,
rapping like that. Oh,
wow.
love supreme. Yes.
I just thought of for all the roller skaters who are perhaps listening now or in the future. Imagine you're on a wooden floor. They prefer a wooden floor, Phil.
Yeah.
They're on wheels, and they got the big speakers. So that means they're actually vibrating
Yeah.
up on these wheels, and they only go counterclockwise. And I'm
Yeah.
not a roller skater, but Chioma was telling me they rotate counterclockwise. They're
Yeah.
on like these skates, and
Yeah.
so that means they're like vibrating
Yeah.
water vessels.
They're creating Mobius coils. They're going counterclockwise.
Yeah,
And they're getting trapped in Mobius coils. And you see them actually do that. Sometimes when you see them cut across the middle and then come back around and then fall back in, they're creating
whoa.
this Mobius coil.
So that's why they look so happy after they come out of that roller skating rink.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's freeing. It's liberating.
With the music, with the rolls, and the
Yeah,
motion.
and the positive
Interesting.
energy and emotion. Yeah, because they're stirring up energy, that movement.
I
That's
could.
what our native brothers did when they wanted to bring rain. They created what is known as tachyon fields. The
Mm,
dance that they did, the specific dances that creates tachyon fields.
wow. Wow. That is interesting. So instead of doing a round dance, family, where they show a stomp dance, and who was talking about when they stomp on the ground and the vibrations go up the legs? Who somebody? Oh, that was Dr. Love was talking about stomping, and the Zulu sisters where they be stomping on the ground. What's
Yeah.
what's up with that, Baba
Mhm.
Phil? Wait, you gotta take a swig. You gonna make me look for my
Yeah.
jug. Where's my jug? I got mine too. Hold on. I got my jug.
Yeah, here you go.
Mhm.
Well, what they do, the stomping is a way of, since your bones are conductors for electricity, usually that's the way they used to start Kundalini. They used to get into a lotus and then bounce on the coccyx of the spine. And the
Mm.
coccyx of the spine has these four sections. And when they hit together, it's like a flint where you start spark. You take two rocks and you bring them together to
Yeah.
start a fire. Yeah, well, that's what you're doing. You're starting a kind of you're activating the bones to become you're centralizing the electrical energy in your body, and you're bringing it to a point by hitting there, and from that point the energy goes up the leg. It's not very good sometimes when you're on concrete, especially with I in my book The Wounded Womb. I don't recommend women running on concrete because the electrical shock hitting the concrete, even with good sneakers, could mess with especially with their bones and the cervix and the area where the womb is, and it causes a lot of displacement in the womb. That's why you see a lot of girls who are very athletic. They have very small hips, and they usually have at the end a problem with osteoporosis because women who do a lot of yang sports do not convert estrogen very well. Because when you put a woman's body under a hell of a lot of stress, the body has to produce testosterone because testosterone is the stress hormone, which is why we are the ones who hold on to the most stress and can deal with more stress because we have more testosterone to deal with it. When
Wow.
women do that, they cause a disturbance in what is known as the aromatase, which is the conversion of testosterone, which is what we all have in the beginning, women and men. Women convert the testosterone to different forms, like the progesterone and the tripartite of estrogen, estradiol, estrogen, and estrione, estril and estrone, I believe. So women have this process called the aromatase process that converts the testosterone into estrogen. And very women who are very feminine and gynic do that, and their bodies show it. But women who are yang, very yang, you can see that they have a problem with that. The demeanor changes, the whole 9 yards. And some women have what is known as vellus hair, that they have hair growing down the side, and they have hair growing around the nipples and so forth, but they're still very feminine. That's testosterone. That's exogenous testosterone. But endogenous testosterone, the one that affects the nucleus, changes the women and they become more masculine.
So if people are in the hood with a toxic lifestyle, the women become mutants and the men become mutants too from the
Yes,
stress.
the stress. Well, men deal with stress much better because we can create and use testosterone much more efficiently than the female. But
Yeah, but
men
what
have,
about all these guys running around in skirts now and high heel sneakers?
well, you have to remember, first of all, the food that they are consuming, number
Mm,
one, is laced with what they call um, endocrine disruptors. And these endocrine disruptors are given to the woman when she's even pregnant. Also, 78 to 80% of the families in Black communities are being raised by women. So boys are actually imprinting women, their mothers, and their temperaments, the mother's type of temperaments, the mother's way of doing things. They don't have a father to imprint. So a lot of them essentially deal with the imprinting of the mothers. And let me ask you this: have you ever seen this when they do this type of thing, and it says "Yes, Miss Thing" and the whole 9 yards? The way that gays, women, some women talk. The women are actually imprinting gays. And me being in the music and the entertainment business, I've been backstage. And the men, the gay men, and their particular narratives and their dialogue is what the women pick up. They talk like them. They talk like the gay men. The Miss Thing was never a female. It was a man who was like a woman. Miss Thing was what the gay men called each other.
Wow. I didn't know that. Oh, shoot.
No, while I was backstage, remember I was Jennifer Lewis and I were idol at one point.
Wow. Okay, let me put up this banner, man. I would definitely have to catch this in segments, because this is like watching you. Just listening to you is like getting rewired. You know, like the Matrix. Welcome to the real world, Neo.
Yes.
and this is also, this is
yes, my wife.
Nalani's new. That's a very pretty photo. That's really nice.
Give thanks. She has How to Prepare Your Life and Health for what it turned out to be very unexpected on our parts. I designed the cover for her.
Man, when did you start getting into art like this? Because it don't look like you started yesterday.
No, I'm an artist. You don't know that?
I know now.
No, I mean, I was one of the youngest recruits at the Brooklyn Museum in art class. They gave me a scholarship to the Brooklyn Museum. I have two characters at Marvel belong to me that was stolen from me when I was young.
Wow.
Yeah, the one they call Eunice the Untouchable. That was mine. And another one that's coming out that's really huge.
Yo, what do you think of that brother that got jammed up, man, in the court system? He was running. The video showed him running away from the white woman, and they still jammed him up in the court system.
Yeah, just to tell you that there's a price to pay. You got to remember there's a price to pay. That whoever runs that system, you got to remember who does. The people who run that system are the ones that were essentially the friends of your boy, who's now living in Israel, and who people think are dead. I think his name is Epstein. They called him.
He's supposed to be dead.
Yeah, they said somebody found him dead in a jail cell. It was bullshit.
Oh yeah. That's that Mission Impossible stuff they pulled off.
Yeah, and I was telling everybody before all this happened, I told him he was working for Mossad, Israeli intelligence.
They had that building painted blue and white for a little while.
He ran a honey trap for Mossad and for the CIA.
Yeah, Mystic Philly, you running late, man. We already covered that about the tunnels. Yeah, he must have came on late. We talked about that earlier. Yeah. Well, Baba Phil.
Yes, sir.
I know you're fasting. I want to thank you for coming on the show. Much success.
Definitely.
If
there's any problem, tell them, listen, if there's any problem, you see that there right there, sanu777@gmail.com. If anybody's having a problem with the signing up, just send a note to me there and put in the subject box all capital letters webinar, WEBINAR, and send it there and say, and I'll send you the link if you're having problems signing up. Okay.
Got it. Well, thank you again, bro.
Hey,
That
thank you for the
Yeah,
opportunity.
this
and
was
for the
great,
time.
and I want to thank all the audience now and in the future. And see you. This is this Sunday starting. Let me put it up again. Hold on. Let me put this up. The flyer.
This Sunday at 2.
Starting at 2 and going till bedtime. What was it, 11?
Yeah, I put that around as the cutoff time, but there'll be stops in between for you to little musical
Okay.
interludes that I put together.
Right. And we put this. I put this flyer together. I'm gonna try to keep up with you, Baba Phil. I put that together, copy pasting.
Good,
You
looking
know,
nice.
and this
Nice.
is very nice with the
Yeah.
wings and everything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, airborne.
that's the phoenix.
Yeah,
See the phoenix, the fire beneath her feet,
yeah.
coming out of the
And
crucible.
family, you're welcome to join the chat, the I Am Magic 2024 group chat. You put in the request and come with your gifts, your networking, your art. And those who were in the previous chat, the difference is we screened this time. So let's put
Nice,
it back together. All right.
nice.
Yeah.
All right, beloved.
So,
Thank you
all
so
right,
much.
bro. Thank you.
You have
And
a-
we're gonna wrap it up. Let me
Yes,
just
sir.
put on the closeout music. Thanks again, Baba Phil. Rest well. Which Mama Nalani, did I say it right?
Yes,
Nalani?
you're right, Nalani. You're right.
Because
Nalani.
I had a little speech impediment when I was younger, so sometimes I get jammed up. When I get excited, I gotta calm down.
No,
I
you
forget
had
how
it.
to talk.
You had it.
All right.
You had
Peace.
it. Peace.
Say often, yes, I am. Supreme shield of protection surrounding me. Yes, I am. Yes, I am remembering all I was born to do. Yes, I am. Take hold of your crystal, which will magnify your I am affirmations at least 600%.